In today's episode of Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America, we take a look at how high-tech startups are getting funding in an underserved area.
This is a golden region for innovation, economic innovation, and stimulation of the ecosystem.
Plus, we find out that horses can be great therapists.
He felt from you that you were a leader.
Then we dive deeper into mental health at our Community Roundtable and discuss the effects of bullying. And our Good to Know segment explores how the Red Cross steps in with aid and comfort in times of need. Join Spirit of Innovation co-host, executive producer Diane Strand and director Scott Strand. Scott and Diane are the co-founders of the nonprofit JDS Creative Academy, co-owners of award-winning JDS Video and Media Productions Incorporated, JDS Actors Studio, and the co-authors of the best-selling book, Show Business, Breaking into the Industry as an Actor. Stay with us as the Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America team bring you impactful and innovative community news and information with the good to know and need to know that you expect. Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America starts now.
Welcome to Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America. We've got so much to dive into. Let's get it going.
When investors want to fund cutting-edge startups in Southern California, they tend to look toward more San Diego, Los Angeles, or Orange counties. However, that's changing thanks to some very innovative people and organizations. Here's more.
The Inland SoCal Accelerate Hub at UC Riverside was established to unify entrepreneurial support organizations and create funding pathways in San Bernardino, Riverside, and Imperial counties.
We kicked off the Inland SoCal Accelerate Hub last year in summer of 2024, and to date we have over 25 partnered organizations. Our mission is to provide more access to capital for entrepreneurs and startups that are innovating life-changing technology across the region, and in turn provide more workforce opportunities for the workforce in our area.
Those involved with iHub want investors to see that Eastern Southern California is ripe with possibilities.
Two most important arms of the iHub are the SBIR STTR Resource Center, which is run by Misty Madero, and also our Opportunity Gateway, which is run by Dr. Martin Kleckner. Both of these programs are designed to provide access to capital for underserved entrepreneurs and startups in the region who are innovating life-changing technology.
The SBIR Small Business Innovation Research Program and STTR is the Small Business Tech Transfer Research Program. The SBIR STTR Resource Center is located at UC Riverside. It is part of our EPIC SBDC, our Small Business Development Center, and it provides support to entrepreneurs in the region for submitting proposals to the SBIR STTR program, which is a federally funded program that provides $4 billion a year to small businesses.
The center's professional mentors guide entrepreneurs through the extensive grant writing process.
This help is needed because access to capital is very limited in the regions. Being able to support them to submit really strong proposals is crucial. The average rate of proposal success for the SBIR STTR program is 17%. However, our center boasts a 35% success rate. We've been able to support over 220 proposal applications, which 81 of those have been awarded, and we've been able to bring in over $50 million to our entrepreneurs.
iHub's Opportunity Gateway program focuses on developing high-potential startups.
The Gateway selects a small handful of the most promising ventures. We have 5 right now out of the 183 who we feel have or present with the greatest opportunity to stimulate jobs, to stay here in the Inland Empire, create a better economy, bring in additional business ventures into the region, and grow the area. Startups can range anywhere from life sciences such as immunology or spinal cord repair. It can improve the health and productivity of agriculture. It can improve the climate. Anything that is of great demand that presents as an unmet need that requires further research and development and subsequent commercialization.
With iHub bringing these power hitters together, the Inland Empire's high-tech future looks bright.
This is a golden region for innovation, economic innovation and stimulation of the ecosystem. And we just received an announcement yesterday that we're receiving additional investment capital from the state of California to further our cause. So there must be something good going on.
We're all about entrepreneurship. It's been the best 22 years of my professional career. If you want to support entrepreneurs in the region, contact the UCR Office of Technology Partners to learn more about iHub. We have their information on our website. If this is your dream, it's time to do the thing.
Support from others comes in all forms. You may have heard about therapy dogs who help their owners deal with mental health issues. But did you know that horses can provide therapy as well? This month, we spotlight a horse ranch in Paris, California, where four-legged therapists work with surprising results.
Ready? Yep. All right. So come on in.
When psychotherapy clients go to Peaceful Hearts for Change Ranch, they're not there to ride the horses. Instead, they're experiencing true healing that doesn't involve an office or a couch.
Equine therapy is an experiential modality that partners horses with clients, meaning that the direct interaction between the client and the horses is what is creating the therapeutic value for the client. Horses are amazing therapists because they don't judge. Horses don't lie. They live in the present. As the equine specialist, my job is to be watching the horses, observing their behaviors, and that gives me information that I can then talk about the client with.
He felt from you that you were a leader, and leadership starts with IC. We call it IC: intention, commitment, energy, and effort.
Kendra first experienced the power of equine therapy as a teenager while seeking treatment at a rehab center.
There was one Mustang Cimarron that just absolutely saved my life. I connected with her so deeply that I found love for myself and love for the world. I got 2 tattoos, peace and courage, and I realized that I had put peace on my right arm so that it could cross my heart. So my peaceful heart wanted to create change.
Kendra went on to create that change by adopting 5 wild Mustangs of her own. With these rescue horses by her side, she helps therapy clients see the horse's behavior as a metaphor for what's happening in their own lives.
What is something in your life that is a distraction for you?
Cell phone.
Cell phone.
Horses are natural born leaders, and they're also prey animals. So their heightened awareness of everything going on around them is what creates those metaphors.
Oh, there's those distractions, huh?
Yeah.
So for example, in our session, there was a moment where the horse started eating hay and the client was having a hard time moving forward. And that hay became a distraction for the client. It became his cell phone. So that was very powerful for the client to move forward through that distraction.
If you're on your phone, right, is the world passing you by?
I learned a lot about myself. Doing something physically, I think, helped me really kind of visualize the things that I don't really think about. It made me realize that I have the potential to be a leader. My thoughts and intentions are very, very important. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will, and no one else can do it for you.
It's this kind of growth and self-awareness that shows how unconventional therapy can make a difference.
It's incredible to think about how healing animals can be. Sometimes we need to think outside the box to achieve great results. Our next segment developed out of synergy, looking for new ways to help those with developmental disabilities. The Special Olympics is aligned with what we do here at JDS, and we are happy to connect with them.
The Special Olympics was founded in 1968 by Eunice Kennedy Shriver and is now the world's largest sports organization dedicated to people with intellectual disabilities. We take a look at the Southern California Special Olympics chapter that is making an impact.
Special Olympics Southern California is a nonprofit organization that aims to impact individuals through sports. They provide year-round training and competition to kids and adults with intellectual disabilities and a variety of volunteer opportunities for those looking to get involved.
There's a lot of different opportunities that we have at Special Olympics Southern California. One of them is being a coach, obviously. With coaching, it's a quick certification where we actually teach our coaches sport-specific training, how to handle our athletes and things like that, and really give them the tools that they need. But then we also have what we call team volunteers. So team volunteers are basically are volunteers that help with our teams. They help our head coaches and our coaches manage the team, anything that they need to make sure that our athletes are successful in their competition.
The Special Olympics Unified Sports Program provides pathways for schools and communities to get involved as well.
We partner kids and adults together with and without intellectual disabilities, and they compete in sports together. They do youth leadership together and all different types of activities that get them both involved. So a lot of our local schools are actually already Unified Champion schools with us. They're already very well plugged into our communities and our school systems.
While many often assume that the Special Olympics are geared towards children and young adults, the nonprofit welcomes and trains athletes of all ages.
It's all about lifetime engagement. We want to catch them while they're young, and we want them to participate for as long as they want until they decide to retire from sports.
Special Olympics has impacted me in an amazing way. I've gotten to know a lot of people, made a lot of great friends. The athletes are always encouraging me to do my best, and that's why they always inspire me to continue playing. It has given me the opportunity to participate in tournaments, win awards, give speeches at speaking engagements for Special Olympics, and leadership courses.
Now, Special Olympics Southern California are gearing up for an exciting season full of sports, teamwork, and inclusivity.
We have an Inland Empire Spring Games that's happening at Murrieta Mesa on April 12th. It's going to be probably from like 9 to 5 roughly, and we have 5 different sports that compete. We have hundreds of athletes that come out from all over Southern California to compete with us. It's a really good time.
With community support, the Special Olympics will continue to make a lasting impact that goes far beyond sports.
Playing sports is a wonderful esteem booster, no matter your ability. This is especially important when some people thrive on making others feel badly about themselves. Yes, I'm talking about bullies, and bullying can affect anyone at any age.
Preventing bullying of all types is the subject of this month's roundtable. Joining us is Lee Padden, a licensed marriage and family therapist, and SOI team member Zoe Burns. Take a look.
Welcome back to the Community Roundtable. This month, we're talking about a sensitive subject, bullying, and it can happen to anyone. So Lee, tell me why when we're bullied, but yet we know that's what's happening, it still affects us anyways.
So the words that we hear from other people, the actions that they take, we are wired to respond to that as social beings. The first thing that we're going to do is saying, what did I do wrong? So we start from a perspective of looking at ourselves before we call out what someone else is doing. So even if we know it feels unfair, we're still going to look inside. Am I the problem? Is there something, am I not fitting in? What's going on that I am being targeted?
Oh, that's so hard. And Zoe, I know that sometimes things can be difficult in your world, and how have you experienced some bad bullying situations?
Well, I've been dealing with a lot of negative words, and just being myself just causes people to start bullying me, and it's really hard to be happy when those thoughts are just stuck in my head all the time.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad you're in a good place now.
And since you kind of brought up, it's your generation is much more into social media. So how do you feel social media has changed the way bullying happens?
Well, the difference between like physically getting bullied and online is just like words that they just put into your head, and maybe like, oh, you should like go into like a ditch or something. That's like a way for them to try to get more popular than you by getting you to do something negative. But in real life, it's more of like physically, like they're physically bullying you and like trying to physically, like face-to-face wise, put stuff into your...
It can be scary.
Yes, it's really scary.
What are some tools maybe we can use to help combat some of that scariness?
Yeah, so part of that is community, what we do in the community. So whether it's at school, whether it's at work, church, wherever there are groups of people, having really clear policies about bullying not being acceptable, calling it out when it's safe for you to do so, stepping forward and stopping the bullying. Absolutely important. I also think that as we look at what happens on our national stage, that when people are behaving poorly, whether that's nationally, whether that's locally, in your own home, calling that behavior out, because when it's made okay in different areas in which we move, then it becomes okay for bullies to bully when it's acceptable. So we need to make bullying unacceptable. And there's been a lot of changes towards that over the years, but we can do a lot more with that.
Absolutely.
What do you see, like how does bullying among children compare to teens or adults?
Yeah, so there's a level of sophistication for teens and adults that kids don't have. So for younger children, it's typically a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to take your toy away from you. I'm going to push you out of our group. Exclusion, social exclusion, which happens for kids, for teenagers, for adults, where you're not going to be a part of our group. And so that happens, the social exclusion happens all the way across and tends to be a little bit more physical, for younger kids. They just lack the emotional maturity. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, but the ability to emotionally manipulate, that as we get older, we understand how words hurt in a way that little kids don't necessarily understand as much.
Well, I want to thank you for being on the roundtable. This has been a great conversation and an important conversation. If you have any issues with bullying, please check out our website and get some help, and we'll see you next time on the roundtable. Great conversation. Thank you, Lee and Zoe, for joining us to discuss this important topic. What you saw here were the edited highlights. You can catch the full conversation on our Spirit of Innovation website.
For this month's Food Corner, we took a trip to Graze Craze in Murrieta to learn more about how they took a viral food trend and turned it into a successful franchise. SOI team member Aaron Porras has more.
Welcome to Food Corner. I'm Aaron Porras. Today we are here at Graze Craze in Murrieta. They serve charcuterie-style grazing boards and boxes and also offer catering options. I really look forward to learning more about them. I'm here with one of the Graze Craze owners, Stephanie Stout. I understand that you co-own with your husband, Chris, who is a Navy veteran. What was the inspiration for starting a culinary business?
Chris and I and our family, we love to eat. We spend many times just munching on any kinds of food that we can get, going out, trying new places. So to start a culinary place, a restaurant, that just seemed natural.
Why do you think the Graze style of eating has become so popular nowadays?
So Graze style eating, I think, has been around for, at least for my entire life. Just being able to spend time around the food, conversating with friends, family, I think that is why it is a big thing, and it continues. I think it will be around forever. Our grazeologists are the ones that prep the food. They go from washing the fruits and the veggies, trimming them up, cutting the meats, the cheeses, getting the breads ready, the crackers, and they're the ones that take it and they build the board with those fresh items and just make the boards beautiful, and it's an art piece.
What makes your charcuterie board stand out, and how did you come up with some of the options?
I believe ours stand out. They are easy to transport. You can pick them up, take them to wherever event, or we can easily deliver them. We can modify all of our boards, whether it be gluten-free, nut-free, cheese, dairy-free. We can actually even go to the store and we will buy the gluten-free crackers. Cheeses are a little bit trickier because I know with vegan cheese it can be a preference.
So here I got the classic Graze Craze, and look at this. We have some blackberries, we got blueberries, strawberries, grapes. We got cheese, meats, a few different vegetables, and also we got some classic hummus, and we got bread. And look at these. All of these I am also gonna bring back to the studio.
If you have any restaurant recommendations, send us an email at spiritofinnovation@jdscreativeacademy.org. Now back to you in the studio.
Good work, Aaron. We had such a great time on that shoot, and the owners of Graze Craze, they are incredible and make amazing charcuterie boards.
Next up, in our Good to Know, when disasters are happening, you can depend on the Red Cross to help those who need assistance. With the recent wildfires in California, we needed them more than ever. Take a look.
The American Red Cross was founded by Clara Barton in 1881. She was an educator, she was a nurse, she even worked in the U.S. Patent Office. The mission of the American Red Cross is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies. The Red Cross has 5 lines of service: disaster relief, blood services. The Red Cross provides nearly 40% of the nation's blood supply. Training services, service to our armed forces. We're involved with lots of different international services that include relieving suffering in faraway countries. We partner with the National Weather Service. We partner with state, local, and even federal agencies. When there's a fire, evacuations are put out by the fire department. Well, the Red Cross is prepared to handle those people who are asked to be evacuated. The primary focus of the Red Cross when a disaster strikes is to provide immediate shelter, to provide feeding, to provide care for those that are impacted by these disasters. I was on the line. I met several folks who were standing in what was left of their home in the Palisades and in Altadena. And I can tell you, they were traumatized, they were shocked. And oftentimes the Red Cross is the first ones there to provide hope, to let them know they're not alone. The Red Cross is not a government agency. The Red Cross relies on donations from individuals, corporations, and foundations. That is the only way that Red Cross is able to do what we do. So, in our mission, it's because of the power of our volunteers and the generosity of our donors that the Red Cross is able to do what we do. We're always looking for volunteers. The volunteers do anything that the Red Cross does. We have people that are trained in counseling. They're trained in helping people respond to traumatic events in their lives. They're trained to help people cope.
SOI team member Thomas did a great job writing and editing that segment. We love seeing our training participants grow and excel. That's why we're moving the arts across America in support of others turning their dreams into realities. Another way we do this is for creatives in all walks of life is our 3-day digital media festival. It's DigiFest time!
Yes, it's an exciting time. We're in full DigiFest mode as we head into our 9th year. Tickets are on sale now at digifesttemecula.org. And late submissions close on March 9th. Here's a sneak peek of some exciting things you can expect to see at DigiFest 2025. Take a look.
Calling all creatives. DigiFest 2025 is coming up. Don't miss your opportunity to submit your multimedia work and have it recognized by over 20 notable industry judges. Categories include short film and video, animation, photography, graphic design, game design, and more. Late submission deadline closes on March 9th. Visit digifesttemecula.org to enter your creative digital content. The top 5 submissions in video, film, and animation will be shown during the special Saturday night screening. All accepted entries will be exhibited in some way during the festival. Don't miss your chance to win a Digi Award, honorable mention, or a People's Choice Award. Tickets are on sale now. Meet our exciting roster of speakers, including the Book of Life director and co-writer Jorge R. Gutierrez, Subspecies actress, director, and photographer Denise Duff, Buffy the Vampire Slayer's Drusilla actress Juliet Landau, and more. Network with fellow creatives, attend technical and creative workshops, and enjoy live music entertainment. Ticket options include individual event passes, a 3-day all-access pass, or go VIP and get all access with 2 extra industry presentations and a swag bag. Save the date, April 25th, 26th, and 27th. DigiFest 2025 is so much more than a film festival. We are pushing the boundaries of digital creation.
It's DigiFest time! Please follow us on social media and subscribe to our #JDSFamily newsletter. It'll keep you in the know about everything that's happening in the world of creativity and here at JDS Studio. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next month with a new episode of Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America in April.
Our Spirit of Innovation website has the current episodes, past episodes, and individual segments. You can also find Spirit of Innovation on Rivco TV, Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula local stations. Plus, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, and streaming on Binge Network, Tubi TV, and the Amazon Fire and Roku apps.
Catch our job training program participants on YouTube with their show, SOI Stories. And keep an eye out, they're bringing back SOI Update, highlighting local news and event. You can also listen to them on your favorite podcasting platform, co-hosting SOI Talk with this guy, Scott Strand. And tune in to radio station 102.5 The Vine here in Riverside County, 7 days a week for the JDS Creative Academy Community Spotlight on 3 times a day. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, SOI out.